So there isn't going to be multiplayer in Last of Us Part 2.
No.
But they're going to have some sort of multiplayer in that universe going forward at some point.
Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, I don't think it's a major surprise.
No, I mean, it's a single player game, really, isn't it?
I mean, we saw it with Red Dead where, you know, what was it, 6 weeks later, they released their online mode.
Yeah, we tried it.
Oh, yeah, didn't enjoy it.
Didn't work.
It was tough.
I kind of like it because it says to me they're focused on the single player. They know they want it to be the best game they can possibly make. And that's why it was similar to the Cyberpunk announcement. People moaned, and I was like, no, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It shows they're focused on the single player. They're hiring additional people later on for the multiplayer. Like, and you should see. I mean, you used to might have seen this. Man, people moaning about it. Like,
I know.
Like, really?
It's another expectation these days, though, isn't it? Like,
yeah, multiplayer with everything.
We always say like
You
it's
have to have
tacked on, but if it's not there, then we're being shortchanged somehow.
You know,
I must admit, though, we agree, all three of us, I think, there is a space for single player games.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a great single player
not just any
story.
single player game either. Linear single player games, because there's going to be a little bit of exploring. Last of Us 1, you could explore a little bit, but it was a set path.
Yeah.
And that's what you want in a game like this.
Yeah, a great story as well.
They haven't tried to add on some stupid open world crap or hubs or anything like that. Can you imagine that? I mean, it'd be awful. So, I'm just happy that it's to me, you know, how much is the game going to cost? £45, whatever it is, £40. It'll be worth it.
Yeah,
I don't even need to. I know it'll be worth it because there'd be so much content in that game. From a single player point of view, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I am interested to see, like, they talk about it being the biggest thing they've ever done, like, in terms of the scope. I mean, Last of Us 1 was a big thing. I mean, if you were playing it on, when it first came out, the PlayStation 3 that was available, it sounded like it was going to explode.
Yeah, it was.
It pushed the boundaries.
Yeah.
But that game had multiplayer.
It did.
So it was a really, like, high-end single-player game. People would say it's one of the best games they've played.
Yeah.
And it included multiplayer. The scope wasn't small. So now they're talking about the scope, but there's no multiplayer. So I'm playing like devil's advocate here. If they could push the boundaries so much in the first one and still include multiplayer, I mean, technology's only gone further since then. So why can't they include both?
I think when they say scope, I think they mean in terms of the amount of technical, the advancement that it's going to make. I think that's what they mean by scope. We've already seen it with some of the animations and stuff. Like, they're not things you've seen in games before, really.
Yeah, I know, but like what I'm saying is the first one like had all those cool things as well.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Granted, like the second one does look better, like from a technical development point of view. I don't know. I mean, I played the multiplayer in the first one quite a lot.
You enjoyed it, didn't you?
And it was pretty good.
People like it, don't they?
They definitely didn't harm the single player by having it. It didn't feel tacked on to me. I quite liked the 4v4 skirmishes. They were quite tactical and quite intense. So even if they had something like that with it, I don't think that would be a bad thing.
No.
But I will say this, like, and I know I've just looked at the other side of the coin, if you like, I don't think it's a bad thing either that we have to wait for the multiplayer. No. I'm quite happy for the single player experience to come.
The main selling point of this game is the single player and the story.
Yeah, of course it is.
Like that's the large focus on it, and the multiplayer with The Last of Us, it probably isn't going to keep you around. It's not like a Call of Duty or anything like that. So I'm alright with it. Like either way, if it was included, I wouldn't feel like it was tacked on because I trust them after The Last of Us 1. And if it's not included, fine.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I do see your point, but I don't know. Some games I just feel like they just don't need multiplayer.
No. Oh yeah, some games.
That's the thing about this game. People did love the factions mode. I agree, and but if The Last of Us 1 had just come out without that mode, it wouldn't really make much difference to the reputation of the game.
No.
Not at all. It wouldn't have changed at all. Yeah.
No. So that's my argument for being like, well, actually, it's not actually necessary. Look, I think there's clearly they're going to do something. Because they know there's interest in it, and I mean, not just this isn't really me that's thought this, but the one rumor I've seen is that it's going to be maybe a PS5 launch thing. You know, they have some Last of Us multiplayer ready for launch. Would make sense to build upon the hype of the game, especially if it's really. We assume it's going to be amazing. You know, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Because then people would be hyped for Last of Us, and it's like, okay, we don't have any single player, but we've got a multiplayer component for you to try on PS5. I mean, I think that makes perfect sense.
Maybe it was a marketing ploy from the beginning.
Maybe.
I can see it now, like the PS5 launches with The Last of Us Remastered, including the multiplayer mode.
Yeah, well, that would sell.
I'm not so sure though, because with the way it's going to work now, with the backwards compatibility stuff, they don't really need to. I know what you're thinking from a cynical point of view.
I'm being incredibly.
You're thinking from the cash cow point of view, but technically, The Last of Us 2 should run perfectly fine on a PS5. It should run well on a PS5.
No, exactly. I am being cynical, but
You might be right.
I can
maybe
see
there
the
will be a
advertisements
remaster, but,
already for it.
You know, it wouldn't.
We joked
wouldn't
last
cost
week
them.
that they'd be doing a remastered for it. I mean, would you put it past them?
I wouldn't put it-
because they could make so much money.
I do think it's a low chance, but I don't think it's impossible. I think it could happen. It's like a maybe 20% chance, something like that. But because I think the whole point of these is the same with the Xbox now, isn't it? The PlayStation 5 is going to be the same. Everything from especially from PS4, they're probably not going to have everything before that, but from PS4 onwards, everything's going to work on PS5. Same with Xbox One to Xbox, whatever the hell they call it next.
Yeah.
That's
Project
the big
Scarlet.
thing. Whatever the hell it's called, Project Scarlet. So I don't think there's going to be quite as many remasters next generation. I'm not saying there's not going to be any. I'm sure there will be some. But I don't think. Do you remember how many was there at the start? It was so many.
Games were being
ridiculous
remastered that didn't need remastered.
You know,
like games were getting
Spring
Bulletstorm,
out,
for
Bulletstorm,
example.
Borderlands got remastered. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, I enjoyed playing the remasters, but they weren't necessary.
Yeah, it's hard to actually think off the top of my head because there was so many. I just think Bulletstorm because that's one that I
Sleeping
actually
Dogs
played.
had
Sleeping
a
Dogs got
remaster.
remastered.
Yeah, there was
Did
a
it?
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I never actually even got around to playing that game. I heard it was good though.
So I think like remasters should stick in the, for example, like if it was around at a time where like Metal Gear 1 or like we've seen
course.
Crash or
Yeah.
Spyro, things like that.
That makes sense.
Whether you like them or not, remaster them, bring them up to date. I'm fine with that.
Well, the more
if
like
it's a
remakes-
game that come out
Yeah.
like 2 years ago,
No, that's
It doesn't need a remaster.
it
If
seems
we start
unnecessary.
seeing, you know,
How long was?
if we start seeing Control remastered or Call of Duty Modern Warfare, that's when you know you're in trouble because it's like, come on,
How-
this is silly.
Well, we
What
did
was
see
the,
well,
COD 4
technically.
remastered.
Yeah, we did, and they're apparently doing the second one of that, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're remastering the second.
Yeah, I heard that
Modern
rumor.
Warfare.
But that's gone quite quiet recently.
That has
so
gone
I don't
quiet.
know.
Don't know what they're
Maybe it's
doing.
been
on
maybe
that.
cut or something. or
Maybe.
Maybe for next year's one.
Maybe. But yeah, how long was the gap between the GTA?
A year.
Was that a year?
Same with The Last of Us, a year.
Yeah. Because obviously I bought both.
But they kind of make more sense in a way because
The jump was big, wasn't
the
it,
jump
from
was bigger.
the previous
I mean,
gen to what we have now?
Look at
Yeah.
GTA 5. They actually put the whole first person mode in the game, and that
Yeah.
must have took some work. You know, look at Last of Us Remastered, looks a lot better.
Yeah.
And they added the DLC to it and stuff like that. So I don't really mind them ones too much, especially for massive games. It's these kind of like average 7 out of 10 games where they remaster it. It's like, did we really need this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it
the
came
game
out
was
2 years
fine.
ago. It was
It
alright.
was a good game on the 360, but do we really need it
Yeah.
remastered?
Like Resident Evil, for example, like Resident Evil 2 was a great remaster.
I mean, that
and it
needed
was a completely different game. They're going to do 3. It's going to sell incredibly well.
You loved that game, didn't you? The remastered.
You can
Yeah.
even make an argument for a proper Resident Evil 1 remake on maybe next year.
It's funny because they've already remade that on like
I mean, a
previous
proper
consoles,
remake
like
with good
previous
controls.
generations. Yeah.
Because